It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tigers have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Taylor wants to throw it. The screen, he can go. Finds a crease at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He'll toss it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense and plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Going for the big play. Snatches it on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Out of the gun, the give to the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Give on the inside. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. Touchdown, Auburn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you know, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He'll try to pop the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Taylor wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Shelton. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving. Slings it downfield. Got his man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The field goal is no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Catch in the middle. It's Cunningham.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Overton. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Kane.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Cunningham. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Reads it, fires complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Overton. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Shelton. LSU will get a 1st down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Shelton. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Taylor wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Tigers want to move quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And it'll be down right there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They want to run this quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Punch it out of the air. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. It's Overton. Fires to the big fella. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Shelton. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense is going to try to convert on 4th down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker has already misfired once, and that might have played into the decision. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run the option. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Auburn trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Let's go. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give on the inside. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to keep running. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Shelton. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it off. Picks up the first down, still moving. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Overton. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Henderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by one possession.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Henderson. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good. The hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Taylor wants to throw. That's caught. It's Henderson. Breaks into the open. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, LSU! Extra point here will tie the game. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
So here comes the Auburn offense. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A designed run for the quarterback. Crosses the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Dropping back, it's Overton. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Simmons. Lowers those pads. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Caught over the middle, it's Higgins.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Taylor wants to throw it. With the catch, it's McClure. They'll stop him short on third down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came